Welcome to Murray Mysteries.
Hello, dear listeners. To be perfectly honest, I did not intend to keep going with this podcast, but Mina insisted, so here we are. And here I am, recording. Again. The past few weeks have been bittersweet. I've gone back to work. Thankfully, R has been focusing on his flies again, so we haven't had any more issues there, and I've almost managed to catch up on my paperwork. Art is doing better. Quincy's been staying with them, and it's almost impossible to be sad around Quincy. He's like a very muscular puppy. Van Helsing's been traipsing around Europe, looking for God knows what information. Mina's been busy too, although I'm not quite sure with what. I'd be lying if I said I haven't been avoiding her a little. I still feel guilty for keeping all of this from her, denying her a chance of saying goodbye.
Jane! Look at this. Tell me what you think.
It's a newspaper?
I'm talking about what it says.
Oh, children gone missing, found in weakened state, puncture marks on their necks. This is...
Yes?
It sounds like what Lucy had.
And?
Well, I guess it suggests a common cause. Whatever killed Lucy is hurting them too.
Close, but no cigar.
Well then, I don't know. You tell me, I'm tired of guessing.
You mean you have no idea what happened to Lucy? Even after all the hints I gave?
What hints?
Oh, Jane. You're very smart. Of course you are. But you're prejudiced. You refuse to see what you think is impossible. Do you really think our limited understanding of science holds all the answers? That there is nothing we have yet to understand?
Of course not. We only understand a fraction of what's out there.
Exactly. And a lot of the things we now accept as scientific facts used to be mysteries.
That doesn't mean every myth has a basis in science.
Maybe not, but a lot of them do.
Even if that's true, what does that have to do with Lucy?
Come on now. The puncture marks, the lack of blood, relapses happening at night. If this were a book or a movie or any work of fiction, what would you think?
Vampires. Of course, but that's ridiculous. Vampires aren't real.
Aren't they? We know there are bats in Central and South America that feed on blood.
Are you saying Lucy was killed by a vampire bat?
I'm saying that if this variation in species can happen in the animal kingdom, there's no reason it couldn't happen to humans.
There's plenty of reasons. Surely if an entire subspecies like this existed, we would have discovered it by now.
Who's saying the numbers have to be high?
They would have to be, for the mutation to survive.
Not if people with this mutation can live longer, even indefinitely. Not if they can transmit it through means other than direct reproduction.
Now that's ridiculous. Are you going to tell me there's a scientific reason for them to sparkle too?
There could be. The biological makeup of their skin could shift in the sunlight.
That was a rhetorical question. But fine. Let's say you're right. Your theory is that a vampire killed Lucy and is now attacking children.
Not quite.
Then what?
I believe Lucy is attacking the children.
What?
I'm sorry. I was trying to break it to you gently, let you reach that conclusion by yourself, but there's no time for candor. We took responsibility for Lucy when she was alive, and we are still responsible for her. I cannot do this without your help. At least let me prove it to you.
How?
Let's start by getting a witness account. Come on.
Professor, to what do I owe the pleasure? Back for round 2?
I'm afraid not. You've been assigned to the child they found this morning, is that right?
I don't know how you got that information, but yes.
I have my ways. I need to ask you a few questions about your patient, if you don't mind.
Ask away. I'll answer what I can.
Do you have a picture of the puncture marks found on his neck?
I do. Right here.
I see. What did you make of them?
We're assuming animal attack. A rat would be the most probable, but I'm thinking it could be a bat. Either escaped from the zoological gardens like the wolf a few weeks ago, or migrated from South America. It's not impossible. Global warming has been known to mess with migration patterns.
Right. And did the child say anything when he woke up?
Only that he wanted to leave and go play with the nice lady.
I see. Do tell the parents to keep a close eye on him after he's discharged. Don't let him go out on his own, especially not at night.
After that scare, I don't think they'll let him out of their sight. The poor fathers were traumatized. They haven't left his bedside since he was found.
Good. I think that's all the information we need. Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent. I owe you one.
You could make it up to me tomorrow night.
Maybe I will. I'll call you.
Should I leave you two alone?
No need. We should get going. A lot of work to do. Goodbye, Dr. Vincent.
Bye, Abby.
Abby?
No time for chit-chat. Let's go.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Murray Mysteries is a Nove storytelling production. This episode was written and produced by May Tudyk and featured Bevan Tankard as Dr. Jane Seward, Rebecca Krause as Professor Van Helsing, Art Dominy as Dr. Vincent. Original music by Sophie Kay. If you like our work and would like to support us, you can sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/novestorytelling or follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr. Thank you for listening.